Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 5 African armies. We're ranking these armies based on their overall size. Let's get started. Before we jump into the top 5, we gotta give a shout out to Morocco. They've got a pretty impressive military with a good mix of everything. Fighter jets, tanks, a decent navy, you name it. Morocco's got it. They even have a history of sending peacekeeping troops around the world. But here's the thing about rankings. Sometimes you gotta be exceptional in one area to make it to the top. And while Morocco is solid all around, they don't quite crack the top 5. Think of it like this. They're the well-rounded kid in school who gets straight B's. Now, with Morocco respectfully acknowledged, let's move on to our top contenders. Alright folks, let's talk fighter jets. When it comes to ruling the African skies, Egypt is the Beyoncé of the continent, fierce and flawless. The Egyptian Air Force boasts over 300 fighter aircraft. We're talking about high-tech birds like the F-16 Fighting Falcon and the Dassault Rafale. These aren't your grandpa's biplanes, folks. Egypt's surrounded by some pretty volatile regions, and they've got a long history of conflict. Having a strong air force is like having a really intimidating bodyguard. Plus, there's a certain amount of national pride that comes with having a kick-ass air force. So, the next time you see a picture of the pyramids, just remember, there might be an Egyptian F-16 soaring overhead. Alright, enough about air power. Let's talk about something a little more grounded. That's right, we're talking tanks. And in this category, Algeria is the undisputed heavyweight champion of Africa. The Algerian People's National Army boasts over 2,000 tanks. And we're not talking about some rusty old relics from the Cold War either. Algeria's got some seriously modern tanks in its arsenal, including the T-90. Now, you might be wondering, why does Algeria need so many tanks? Well, they've got a lot of land to defend. The largest country in Africa, in fact. Plus, just like with the fighter jets, there's a certain amount of don't mess with us energy that comes with having a massive tank force. So the next time you're struggling to parallel park your car, just be grateful you're not trying to maneuver a T-90 through rush hour traffic in Algiers. Okay folks, after tanks, it's time to talk about something near and dear to my heart, things that go boom. That's right, we're talking artillery, and once again, Egypt's back in the spotlight. When it comes to artillery, Egypt's like that friend who always brings the fireworks to the party. They've got a whole arsenal of fun things that go boom, from self-propelled howitzers to rocket artillery. And trust me, when it comes to artillery, accuracy is key. Having a powerful artillery force is like having a really loud alarm system. It lets everyone know you're not afraid to make some noise if they try to break in. So, the next time you hear a loud boom in the distance, just hope it's Egypt testing out its artillery. Alright landlubbers, it's time to set sail for the high seas and talk about naval power. And when it comes to ruling the waves around Africa, there's one country that's making waves, Egypt. The Egyptian Navy is the largest and most powerful in Africa, with a fleet that includes everything from modern frigates and submarines to missile corvettes. We're talking about ships that can launch missiles, hunt submarines, and probably even order pizza from anywhere in the Mediterranean Sea. Now, you might be wondering, why does Egypt need such a big navy? Well, for starters, they've got a lot of coastline to protect, both on the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. And let's not forget about the Suez Canal, that little waterway that's basically the world's most important shipping lane. Having a strong navy allows Egypt to protect its maritime interests and project power in the region. So the next time you're enjoying a relaxing day at the beach, just remember, there might be an Egyptian warship cruising offshore. All right, folks, we've talked about fighter jets, tanks, artillery, special forces, and even navies. But at the end of the day, sometimes it all comes down to sheer numbers. And when it comes to army size, Egypt is the undisputed champion once again. We're talking about a military with nearly 500,000 active personnel. That's more people than some small countries have citizens. Having a large army allows Egypt to maintain a strong presence across its vast territory and respond to multiple threats simultaneously. So, there you have it, folks. When it comes to military might in Africa, Egypt is the clear frontrunner. There you have it, the top 5 African armies based on their fighter, aircraft, tanks, artillery, special forces, sea fleet, and overall size. Which aspect of these armies impressed you the most? Were you surprised by any of the rankings? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more military rankings and updates. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay out of the way of any rogue tanks. See you next time.